Whoa, welcome. This is Wrestle Cram, and this is your boy, your host with the most, but I will say humble. I do mean humble. D Nostra Novice, aka Derek, here with a Raw review. It's all red today, baby, and I will tell you, Raw was not bad. Wasn't bad. Not at all. So I will say this. Congratulations. I can honestly say that we are kind of navigating away from a pay-per-view into like where we're in this area where we're trying to set up for another pay-per-view. So in the middle, I guess we're getting more stories to kind of scoped and get into another pay-per-view. So it was good. Apparently, I like the ones where pay-per-views are far away and we can just get good storylines. Apparently, I'm into that. But before I get into the review of today, I just want to do some cleaning. Of course, at the end of this show, you will know what my 2 cent episode will be about. You will know that. I'll do that at the end. Also, I did let you know I did a video Saturday because I was bored, and I let you know that I will be doing a dirt sheet type last week, today type John Oliver thing on Saturday, which will let you know what the highlights of the dirt sheets are. I'm not going to, once again, it's going to be my little thing where I put a lot of my own little spin on the dirt sheets. Just some stuff or whatnot. Also, the 25th is, I think it's the 25th. I might be wrong. Matter of fact, let me look at the calendar here. May. I'm sorry. It's the 27th. It's the 27th or whatnot. Thank you, calendar. It's the 27th. That is going to be AEW Double or Nothing. I will be doing a review on that show. So that means I will have a prediction show as well. The reason why I haven't done the prediction show is because we do not know who are the last two finalists at the Owen Hart Foundation tournament. Those two matches are going to be on AEW Double or Nothing. So we're waiting on those two matches. When those matches are done, I will give you my prediction. Pretty much the card is done other than those two matches. The women and the male finalists. So I will do a prediction. I will do a review of the actual show. Hopefully it's a great show. What else do I have to do? Well, of course, Thursday you'll get the episode, I think, 4 of my 2 cents. But other than that, that's about it. Comments. Give me some comments. Give me some love. Before you do anything or whatnot, watch the show. If you like, give me a like. Like a little bit more than the last year I just said. Give me a sub. If you like it way up there, hit that notification bell. I do now 5 shows a week. So enjoy. Gloss in it. Love me. Give me some more subscriptions, y'all. I want to thank y'all so much for on this journey with me as well. I only been doing this a month and a half. I got, I think 41, I think the last time I checked, or 40, 41. Y'all are still looking at me. Hey, I'm loving y'all. Hopefully y'all are loving me. So hopefully we can keep this going. How about this? I'm going to keep this going. I'm going to rock this until the wheels fall off, ladies and gentlemen. So, y'all can join me as well, okay? So, back to the review. Once again, I thought the show was pretty okay. Wasn't bad at all. We got three women matches. One was really good. Did we get three? No, we only got two. I think we had two. Um, and one was really good. The other one was still kind of a squash match or whatnot. But let's go ahead and get into the match. I mean, the show as well. It opened with a backlash opener or whatnot. It was a Bobby Lashley and Omos opener. And I thought it was pretty good. Anything away from Backlash. Backlash is 2 weeks ago. So let's kind of, we're getting toward Hell in a Cell. So let's get away from Backlash. So, they had a little thing where, Bobby Lashley, he did challenge Omos to a cage match. Not a Hell in a Cell, a cage match. And we got the match at the beginning. I would have put it toward the end, but I understand what they were doing because, I myself, if I was a producer of the show or I'm the one that was the director of the show, I would have put them at the beginning or at the end. Either or we would have gotten. It was a good match. I'm using great. It was a good match. It was a pretty good match. At the beginning, before even Bobby got into the ring, we get a Cedric Alexander comes back and attacks Bobby Lashley, and Omos comes back out. They both attack Bobby. Bobby throws Cedric out of the way. He throws Omos out the way. He actually gets in the ring. He's waiting for Omos to come in. Like I said, it was a pretty decent match. Remember, Monster Heels I'm not a big fan of. Omos isn't as fast. I guarantee he has bad knees because he's really tall. So it was a lot of Omos grabbing Bobby and throwing him on the ring, throwing him to the cage. Now, at the very end of this match, that cost Omos because what happens is he actually throws him toward the cage. The cage actually breaks, and Bobby tumbles out of the cage, which made him win. Because at the cage match, both feet must be on the outside of the cage or pin and submission. He did win. So it was a really weird win, but he did win. I want to see what the Cedric Alexander is going to be about. I want to see how that navigates and molds into a kind of a new Hurt Business type storyline. I'm liking the story where it goes. I did say beforehand I wanted this to end, but let's keep the story going. Let's see what we can go about it. Okay. So after that, we get a video package with Mustafa Ali and all the trials and tribulations he's going through with The Miz. Hopefully we get a match at Hell in a Cell between Mustafa and The Miz. Let's get Austin Theory out of the way, or Theory. Let's get him out of the way. Let Mustafa get his hands on The Miz and see what we can do with that. That doesn't have to be a Hell in a Cell. If you looked at any of the Hell in a Cell matches, every match on the pay-per-view is not going to be a Hell in a Cell match. So let them just fight. We'll see what they can do. I love Mustafa. I've already praised him beforehand. But, so it was supposed to be a Theory versus Mustafa Ali match. It was the young lady that was the ref. But Theory informed her that the ref was going to be none other again than The Miz. And so The Miz comes out, and after that, Austin Theory says, hey, I don't think I should be wrestling. So out comes Veer. You already know me and Monster Heels again. Not a big fan of Veer, but this was a actual okay match. It wasn't a squash match per se. Mustafa got a lot of offense in. But once again, the Miz is still, doing where, he's going through the trials and tribulations. So Veer did win, and he did that really half camel clutch to make Mustafa tap out. Theory comes in, the Miz comes in, they do a nice selfie, and after that they wanted Veer to uh, throw him through the table, but out comes a heel Dominic and Rey Mysterio. They do attack Veer. So apparently we have a 3-on-3 now. So we might get something on Raw where we have Veer and of course the Miz and Theory versus the Mysterios and of course Mustafa Ali. I thought it was pretty good. We'll see what happens with that. Hopefully we can get some of the armor broken off of Veer. We'll actually see him wrestle or whatnot. Okay, after that we get a video package of the last week main event on Raw, which was abruptly interrupted with Becky Lynch, where I forgot to inform y'all at the beginning of the show they were going to have a 6-pack challenge. Whoever wins was going to be the number one contender for the Raw Women's title, which is Bianca Belair. Those 6 women were it was going to be Becky Lynch, Asuka, Sasha Banks, Naomi, Doudrop, and Nikki, almost superhero. They kept talking about something happened backstage and they left. They never really went into the details of what happened, but what Adam Pearce has told Becky Lynch is that instead of those 4, we're going to just have a match between Asuka and Becky Lynch for the number one contendership match. That was going to be the main event. And also they were counting down Cody Rhodes apparently throughout the entire show. He was going to do a promo for the second hour of the show. He was gonna kick off the second hour with his promo. So after that, we get a Riddle versus Jimmy match. It was a pretty decent match. Randy Orton is not there. He's off today. He's taking care of family matters. So Anyway, no, I'm sorry. Anyway, focus. So they have a pretty decent match. Riddle actually wins. Believe it or not, I'm still lost behind this. You had Jimmy and Jay there, and they're both heels. They're both champions, but Riddle still pulls off a win. I didn't like that. I didn't like the ending. The match was good, but Randy's not there. So if Randy's not there, you've already kicked the Tribal Chief. Why isn't the Tribal Chief there? It would have made it a little bit better or whatnot. I would have rewrote that whole little skit. I would have had Roman come or whatnot. The match would have been Riddle's to win. But I would have had Roman come in and just beat the living crap out of Riddle. That's what I would have done. That's how I would have wrote it. But Riddle did win. He ran out, and that was it. After that, we get a Judgment Day promo. These are getting worse and worse. I am not a big fan of this off-brand House of Black type of group. I'm a huge Edge fan, but man, this House of Black is just so bad. It makes no sense. They're talking about that. No, well, the highlight of the promo is that Edge wants AJ Styles to join the group. He's gonna let everything slide if he just joins the group. So we get a earlier backstage promo from Liv Morgan, and the Latino tag team group, Les Farios, I think that's how you pronounce them. I'm sorry, I do not know who they are. I've seen them wrestle one time. I've seen one of the gentlemen wrestle Madcap Moss, where they had the kiss cam or something like that. So they wanted to do the kiss cam with Liv Morgan. Liv was like, "No, I'm good." But the highlight of that promo was that AJ and Finn came in and swooted the Les Farios away and asked Liv to join them in so we'll have more numbers or whatnot. I've already said this last week. If you look at my last Raw show, where I know that probably what's going to happen is they're going to have a triple threat at Hell in a Cell or coming soon. Those between Judgment Day. Now, the cool thing about the whole promo is that Liv looks a little scared, a little nervous. And, you can see it that she's kind of nervous around where they bring up Judgment Day. I thought that was a pretty good taste to what we had going on. So, after that, we get a Finn Balor and AJ Styles versus the Les Farios for just a tag team match. They do the kiss cam, and local enhancement talent gets the kiss, the double kiss, and it looks like she busts a nut right there. I don't understand that. I mean, it looked like everything in her panties just destroyed right there. Just boom, gone. So it was a pretty decent match. At the end, AJ got the phenomenal forearm off, and Finn Balor got the coup de grace off, and Finn pins, and they both win. At the end of the match, they do the Too Sweet, and they offer Liv to join them in the Too Sweet, and she does. So hopefully we'll get a really good triple threat intergender match between Judgment Day and that little faction that's growing as of right now. Looks like a pretty good little thing. So after that, we get Alpha Academy actually gets the DNA of Ezekiel, and Kevin Owens grabs the envelope, and apparently it was contaminated due to barbecue sauce that Otis had, because he was eating, I guess at the time they were eating, he was eating ribs, and apparently it was inconclusive. So unfortunately we still don't know if Ezekiel is Elias, apparently, even though you have a photo of Ezekiel and Elias right there in the same picture. Could have been photoshopped, but it looks completely real to me. I might be wrong. After that, we get a Sonya Deville package where, last week she was fired as an official, and now she was hired as a full-time wrestler. And also it showed that, we get Alexa Bliss. She finally comes back from her wedding, her honeymoon, and she does a squash match and she wins. So she knows who her opponent is today, which is another match between Alexa Bliss, and it's it's another squash match. I mean, I myself, you already know that if you are a world champion, a multi-world champion, Alexa Bliss held that belt 5 times or whatnot. So she should not even, of course I think she should have won, unless Dirty Tactics was in the mix. But, Alexa Bliss did win with a really crisp, nice DDT. And of course she won. After that, we get a video package. Cody Rhodes comes out. So we get a video package from Backlash, from WrestleMania, showing that, he won 2 times. He's up to nothing. Now, pretty much the match is, the promo is consistent, or it's just saying, hey, you want another match? We can have another match. We'll do it at Hell in a Cell. I don't think Seth is there, so they did. I guarantee they did a video back a while back, and he of course accepts for Hell in a Cell. So we'll get that match. That is the only official match at for Hell in a Cell as of right now. Is of course we have the Cody versus Seth freaking Rollins. After that, we get a Asuka backstage promo where she's consistently calling Becky Lynch a baby. Her promos are not good anymore. I'm not feeling the promo. But anyway, after that, we get of course, a Tozawa and R-Truth and all those little people, 24-hour division, where he actually finds Tozawa and gives him the paper for divorce. So he's been served. Done. Now, Dana Brooke comes into the picture, and of course, R-Truth wants his baby back. He's like, look, can you give me my belt back, please? So Dana Brooke's like, no, I don't want to. So she ran to Carmella, and they're talking, at least, and Carmella's like, well, at least my husband is okay. They're happy, and, they're just going back and forth. Of course, Carmella doesn't want that belt, but she does want a piece of Dana Brooke. R-Truth runs into Carmella and said, we used to be friends or whatnot. You can get on my back. She's like, no, I'm not doing it. I'm married now. I'm not going to do all that. But I will give you your belt back, but I want Dana Brooke. So apparently we're going to get a Dana Brooke and Carmella match pretty soon. After that, Lacey Evans come out. She's pro America. She's an ex. I think she's a military police. I think she was an MP in the Marines. So she was giving so much love to the troops. USA chants, all that, and she's ready to wrestle. We haven't seen her wrestle in a long time. She was a Southern Belle type character. Repackaged her into a G.I. Jane. We will see what happens with that. I'm so happy that those chapters of her life is done, and we actually get to see Lacey fight. I'm ready for it. Let's shoot her to the moon, because she was really close a lot of times with getting that belt. So let's see what we can do. Okay. After that, we get the main event. But before we get the main event, Bianca comes into the ring and sits down in front. She gets a front row seat at the match, and of course, Asuka and Becky Lynch is the main event. So it was a pretty decent match. I liked where they were nice. I mean, they're both strikers. But Asuka has really good hands. I really enjoy her hands. So at the close to the end of the match, Becky Lynch does go out and kicks the living crap out of Bianca Belair. She gets back in the ring, and Asuka has the miss and that buzzsaw kick, and it was a 1, 2, 3. So we will get Bianca Belair versus Asuka at Hell in a Cell. So 2 matches have been announced. We have for the Raw Women belt, we have Asuka versus Bianca Belair, and we also now have where it's going to be Cody Rhodes and Seth freaking Rollins. So all of that, it was like I said, it was a pretty decent match. I enjoyed the main event. It ended. I honestly thought that it was going to be where she kicks Bianca, and Bianca gets in the ring, and we get a triple threat for it. I would have liked that as well, but we will get a 1-on-1 Bianca and Asuka. Other than that, I mean, I thought it was pretty. Like I said, the whole show in a whole was pretty good. We got a lot of promos, but the promos made sense. We didn't have promos where we going back to WrestleMania or explaining stuff that we already know. So it was pretty decent. Also, I forgot to inform you is that Bobby Lashley is going to have a Almighty Challenge, and it looks like it's going to be for MVP. It says MVP and Omos. Usually, it's with Omos and MVP. So I don't know what's going to happen with that. That looks like very interesting as well. We're going to keep this storyline going. And just like I told you at the beginning of this show, that I am very intrigued about what they're going to do with a face Bobby Lashley. Now since he is a face and he gets past Omos, will he be one of the contenders for the world title now? Since he is a face, and the WWE loves to do the main events between faces and heels. So that looks like very interesting. I would like to see what they do with Sonya as well. I'm a huge fan of Sonya. I hate what happened with her, I think, a year ago, because her push was there. Her push was there. She's a great wrestler. Hopefully we can see her do a nice little push as well. Of course, I know Bianca's not going to lose that belt anytime soon. I know that for real. Other than that, let's talk about what I know y'all are worried about, which is Thursday and my 2 cents. I'm a big fan of Cody Rhodes. And the reason why I'm a big fan of Cody Rhodes is not because he used to be part of all of those factions with Randy Orton or Stardust. I like Cody Rhodes because of the promo he put up where he had to leave to be a better person or whatnot. So my 2 cents is going to be about why wrestlers should leave their areas, their where they're comfortable or whatnot. Or where they've been at. Stone Cold Steve Austin was a good person, but now it's time for people to leave and come back, but leave. So that's my 2 cents. My 2 cents will be about why wrestlers should leave their primary area to branch out and be better people. Other than that, I'm good to go. I will see y'all on Wednesday because we have a AEW Dynamite. And until then, love, peace, and of course, wrestling.